So a while back I got a Switch and loved it, played through Zelda and a few other Nintendo exclusives, but then found myself buying games I already owned on PC for the Switch to replay again in a portable mode. And on top of that, my eyes aren't that great, I wear glasses, and the Switch screen is pretty tiny, so I started thinking about a way of trying to use my Surface tablet with the Joy-Cons. A while back I couldn't really find any software to work, but then I stumbled on a thing called Rewasd, so WASD, and then designed these in my CAD software and 3D printed them. Now basically all these is basically adapters for the side of my Surface Pro tablet. This is the 2017 model. I'm pretty sure these would fit other models as well. A little adjustment could be made anyway to make sure it fits other things. Anyway, they just slide on quite easily like that, and then you just slot the controllers in. Now, I did try and design the little kind of notch there so that it would click into place. I don't know if my controllers have basically just lost that ability anyway, because they don't do it on my Switch either. But it doesn't really seem to be the best. However, it is incredibly sturdy. Whilst they're in, basically you can do some hardcore gaming. Apart from that side there. You can do some hardcore gaming. I mean, you're not really going to be shaking it around anyway, but you can do hardcore gaming, feeling pretty confident it's not going to go. I had tried some other prototypes with just like clipping things to the side, but the weight balance was tricky, hence why I've kind of made this quite a big thing. The actually feels pretty good to play. Now, the Surface Pro 7, of course, isn't the most powerful thing in the world. However, a lot of old games run pretty well on it. Here's the software I use. Oh yeah, and now I need to actually switch these on. So they're connected via Bluetooth, and then once they both connect, then this program here, Rewasd, checks it out and it turns it into an Xbox controller. You can turn it into other controllers as well, but I find the Xbox controller obviously has pretty good compatibility. I'm not sure if that one's working or not. This one is. Ah, there we go, yes. So they're both activated now. Now, I've already just got Assassin's Creed loaded up. Some games work better than others. Assassin's Creed sleeps no problem at all. So you can literally, I take this on the tube with me and I play it and then switch it, press the power button, it sleeps. Some games you have to minimise first before you do that. Some games just don't like it at all. I played through all of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and that was really good. That works really high frame rate. I've struggled a little bit more with Black Flag, but it's entirely playable. So, obviously, because games aren't optimised in the way that they are for the Switch, some games will work better than others. However, I am finding that basically if it's a PC game that you can get on the Switch, it will probably work on this. But you can see my frames, they tend to hover around the 30 frames per second. There are moments where it goes higher. There's a lot of moments where it goes lower as well. Let's go to something else. Menu. Now what I've done is I've also actually programmed this button here. If you hold it, it does Alt-Tab, which is quite handy because obviously when it's full screen, the touchscreen doesn't let you get out of it very easily. You can't swipe the sides and everything like that. If you hold that, you can Alt-Tab out. And then I'll just quit this. So I added some custom resolutions to help reduce the resolution to help with the frame rates. So if we go to display, I add some custom resolutions. That's the standard resolution there, but I've added some custom ones right down to 904 × 600, which is essentially 800 by 600, but with the right aspect ratio for the surface. In the meantime, though, let's stream it instead. So this is now streaming, of course, from my big computer in the main room. Let's give some options there. So yeah, well, we don't need quite that big graphics for this machine, so we'll take it down to there. But we will have everything else running quite nicely. So let's play. Although my network sucks, which it should. I've chosen the wrong place to play it. I'm playing in the kitchen. It's the weakest point of Wi-Fi in the house. So we'll see how this works. You'll get the idea though. Takes its time. Make the world your weapon. I think HDR mode might be on actually, because that looks a little bit odd. Right, there we go, okay. And there we go, Hitman 2 streaming, which isn't bad. It's just maps like an Xbox would be mapped. I can't remember what run is. There we go. And let's just take this guy out. Yeah, so a little bit of network issues there, but I mean you get the idea. If you've got a better Wi-Fi in your house, you won't have the same issues. Okay, so this is now Metro Exodus running on GeForce Now. I'm just going to go to options and just change the video. Try that. We want it more square, really. Oh yeah, there you go. Lovely. So quality ultra, VSync full, all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. I haven't actually paid for GeForce Now, so there's no ray tracing on this. So let's go to continue. So it should hopefully pick me up from where I was playing last night. So I have successfully managed to run this over my mobile phone. So using my phone's connection, it was a bit patchy here and there. It depends where you are, of course, but it does mean, of course, that you can use GeForce Now. I mean, even if you just wanted to use GeForce Now in your house. I mean, I've got a 2-year-old daughter, and just being able to sit in a different room occasionally. And of course, X is Y and Y is X, and A is B and B is A, but let's not worry about that. So there we go, GeForce Now streaming. So, you know, this isn't a bad way to play games on GeForce Now. I'm going on holiday next month, and I'm planning to basically pay for the £5 subscription for a month and just have this as my main gaming device for a month, which should be pretty good. Okay, so here's, I'm not sure it's the latest version, but here's a version of PCSX2. And we'll just run this, and let's see, config, not sure what I've got in here at the moment. We'll boot the ISO. Now, I've had, you know, varying degrees of success with this. So PlayStation 2 emulation essentially does work. Some games run better than others. One thing that I have to do with this game, if I believe it's Xenosaga, I think. So if I just try and so with the power, battery settings, not sure what it's on, but basically I tend to use like as much power as possible when PlayStation 2 emulating because it's CPU limited. But anyway, let's see if I can continue. So, you know, if you can't play the latest games because you can't get a connection or they don't run properly, you can go through all of the PlayStation 2 games, which is rather wonderful. So, it's not really bad. It's got a little bit of slowdown there, but I haven't actually managed to put the CPU onto maximum. But you get the idea. Basically, a portable PlayStation 2. So the other thing that can be done is with DualShock 4 emulation, if I apply just there. Okay, now we have a DualShock 4, hopefully. Just here. Now I can use this to do PS4 remote play. So my PlayStation is just turning off in the living room now. I will try and speed these sections up, these loading sections. I'll put them at a certain speed and I'll let you know. So here, into my PlayStation. Let's go to the Final Fantasy VII demo. Oh yeah, defaults. Normal. You go full screen. Oh, here we go. Full screen now. And we have PlayStation playing Final Fantasy VII on the PC earlier than we'll skip that. And there we go. So I've really enjoyed doing this. It's been great fun. If you want me to try any other games, see how they run, let me know. If I've got them, I will. If I don't, I won't. I have put the files for these up on Thingiverse. Feel free to download them and print them out. But however, if you would like to give me a couple of quid, and you can find them on Etsy or eBay, I'm selling them at the moment. So if you have a 3D printer, then I can do it for you, print it out and send it through. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.